Hello crocheters, welcome back to Crazy Cool Crochet. This is Sylvia, and in this project we are going to be making this really cool crochet floor pillow. And this measures 20 by 20, and we are using the double crochet cross stitch. So I ended up using two different colors and mixing and matching brands. This is a number 5 bulky, both of them. And the reason I went with the two different colors is because I want the cross stitch, the double crochet cross stitch, in the solid color so that the stitch really shows up. If you use the multicolor for the cross stitch, then it will get lost in all the colors. So I decided to go with the multicolor for the back and the solid color for the front, the main piece. So these crochet floor pillows are really nice to have as extra floor seating if you have a lot of people over and not enough places to sit, or you're just having a little movie night and people like sitting on the floor but you want to be comfy, or maybe your kids have their Xbox or Nintendo or whatever the kids are playing with these days in their room, or in a room in the floor. Maybe it's a wood floor, hardwood floor, or tile, whatever. You want to just make things comfortable. So here you've got a really cute floor pillow. Now, I had originally intended to make this more of a lounge chair, which would have been so cool. That would have required 4 pillows, and then you would tie them all together. Now, because these are going to be seated on the floor, you're going to want to be able to wash them, remove them and wash them. So you will want to add a zipper. Now, rather than reinvent the crochet wheel here, I have a separate video already out showing exactly how to add a zipper to your crochet. So I will go ahead and leave a little white box right up above where you can click that and it will take you right to that video. If you don't see that little white box, then you have to go below the video in the white space. It's called the description box. And next to the name of the video will be a little tiny V, a little arrow. Click on that, it opens up the description box, and I will have the link there to that video tutorial for how to add a zipper. In addition to the yarn, we will also be using scissors, a yarn needle, and the crochet hook is an L or a 6 millimeter. Now for this project, we are using a multiple of 2 plus 1. So for the 20 by 20, we are going to chain 51. Then in the second chain from the hook, we're going to work a single crochet. Do not count the loop on the hook. There's the first one, there's the second one. So single crochet in each chain across. Insert the hook, pull up the yarn, 2 loops on the hook, pull the yarn through both loops for a single crochet. So you'll do this all the way across and you'll come up to 50 single crochets. At the end of that row of single crochets, chain 1 and turn. Now we're going to work on the double crochet cross stitch. So in that very first space, enter a regular double crochet. Now we're going to skip the next space and double crochet into the next. Okay, now this is where the magic happens. yarn over for a double crochet, we are going to go into the space that we skipped and work a double crochet. Now this is the important part. Pull up this loop nice and high, nice and tall, and then complete your double crochet. That's an important little move. That's what will create the cross. Okay, so now skip the next space, double crochet into the next, and then work the double crochet into the skipped space. Pull it up nice and tall and finish your double crochet. Skip the next space, double crochet in the next, go into the skipped space, pull up that loop nice and tall, and that's it. Easy. And this works up really fast. So we skipped a space, we go back to that skipped space, pull it up. Look how pretty that is. Okay, so work this all the way across the row. Now at the end of that row, you will have worked your last cross stitch and you will have the last space left on the end. So do a double crochet in that last little space. Then chain one and turn. Now you will be entering a single crochet in each space. So under the 2-strand chains that's forming at the top. And you do start with the very first one, single crochet, and then go into that 2-strand chain all the way across. And you will end up with 50 single crochets. Okay, now we're at the end of that single crochet row, and before we continue, I wanted to remind you that the written pattern will be found over on the blog, crazycoolcrochet.com. I will leave, again, a link in the description box below. So be sure to open that up so you can go over to the blog for the written pattern. You will also find further instruction for different sizes. And if you prefer a printable pattern, that you will also find over at my Etsy shop, and the links are below. Okay, so now let's continue. So you entered your last single crochet, number 50, chain one, turn. Now we'll continue with the double crochet cross stitch, exactly the same as we did before. In the very first space, enter a double crochet. Skip a space, double crochet in the next. Double crochet into the skipped space, pull up the loop, and finish your double crochet. So just continue exactly the same as you did for that first cross stitch row. And then you will just repeat those 2 rows. So you'll do the double crochet row and then a single crochet row. And just continue that for the remainder of the pattern. You will have worked for a total of 37 rows, ending with the single crochet row, and then cut off the yarn. Then we'll work on the back piece. Now for the back panel, we are going to chain 47. Now, as it happens, this yarn is a different brand from the green that I was using earlier for the front panel. They are both number 5 bulkies. However, different brands. One is thicker than the other. This one happens to be a little bit thicker, so this is going to require fewer stitches. chain 47. Now we're going to be working with double crochets. Now in the third chain from the hook, there's the first, there's the second, the third one we work a regular double crochet. And then a double crochet in each chain across. And that will bring us to a total of 45 double crochets. At the end of that first row, chain 2 and turn. Now we're simply going to double crochet in each space across. Start your first double crochet in the first space, and then in each space across under those 2 strands again. Okay, so you're not working under into that big space. That will give you big gaping holes. You're going under those 2 strands. Do that all the way across. At the end of that second row of your double crochets, enter number 45 into that last space. There's those 2 strands. Chain 2, turn, and repeat. So you will be just working double crochet rows for the entire panel. So you'll be working with rows of 45 for a total of 22 rows. And then tie off the yarn. Now we'll put the 2 panels together. Now to attach the 2 panels, we want wrong sides up, right sides are touching each other. So this is the right side because here is the tail from the foundation row. So this is generally the right side. This is the tail from the foundation row, making this the right side. So we need to flip this over. So now we're working with wrong sides facing you. Work with your yarn needle and thread. Now, if you are going to add a zipper, decide in advance what side you will place the zipper. And of course, leave that open. And remember, I left a link earlier in the video for how to attach a zipper to crochet. So go back to the beginning if you missed that. There will be a little white box up above or a link down below in the description area. So all you need to do is match up your corners. And I'm using a whip stitch. Just insert the hook in the cornermost stitches. I like to tie the ends to secure them. And then just go around and around. Go under 2 strands per panel. And go around. And that's it. So just do that all the way down. When you are done, you flip this inside out, insert the pillow, or attach the zipper, and you're good to go. What I wanted to mention is if you are not adding the zipper, go ahead and turn this inside out, insert the pillow, and then your final seam will be done on the right side. And that's perfectly okay. The seam will not show. As you can see, it just blends right in. Now I also wanted to show you, those of you who are interested in making the Crochet Floor Pillow Lounger, what I want to show you, and by the way, I mentioned at the very beginning that I was not able to execute the lounge chair because I couldn't find enough yarn for 4 pillows which it didn't occur to me until I was done with the project that you can use different colors for each pillow. It would still look awesome. It might even look better. So those of you who want to use different colors for each pillow, or maybe 2 colors for 2 pillows, use your imagination and go with it. So the way we put these together is what I want to show you. All you need to do is take 2 of the pillows and take the bottom edges and then use the same whip stitch to put these together. And then you'll have like your hinge. I don't know what else to call it, so that they can bend back and forth. Super simple. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed this project. Have fun making your own crochet floor pillows, and we will see you on the next project. Don't forget to subscribe, give me a thumbs up, leave a comment, do all the things. That would be awesome, and I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you.